Hello! Oh, whoa, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? Sorry, I just jump scared you. Hello, and welcome back to the Paper Mario Pro Mode streams. Last time we finished up episode chapter 6 in a rather timely fashion, which is good. And now we're just into the post or mid-chapter stuff. So first off, we're gonna have another stealth segment with Solid Peach. For this stream, I am testing a Streamlabs extension that is supposed to allow you to earn points by watching. I have no idea how it works. I just added it because it looked interesting and would make the stream more interactive. So let me know how that goes, if anything looks different at all. So let's get into it. We're mostly just looking for what was updated in the Pro mode, so I won't go too much into the story for these particular streams, as you may be aware if you've watched the past few ones. I like that they skipped the little hallway on in this one. Makes everything a bit more comfortable. So what we can do now is become the guards, which means we won't have to sneak around anymore. Let's not forget to put the gem and jelly in here. This is our last opportunity. I'll check if there's any other items I still haven't gotten. Based on how some boss fights have gone, I could use all the help I can get. Oh, I think this may be one too far. Yeah, it must be this door. There is an item in this room, however, I'm not sure if you can actually reach it as Peach. No, this is definitely a Mario thing. You can jump up here as Mario and get it. Then I think we have everything. That's fortunate. I didn't want to hang around here too much, because up next is the best chapter, chapter 7. Let's see. Right. Gotta talk to this guy. Head this way. No one will notice the very conspicuous star following me. Nice. Another key acquired. So we'll be looking for that one guy. And hopefully sending him up so this guy can move. I wonder if they're going to change the stealth segments in later versions of Paper Mario Pro mode, because this is obviously a first release. A first public release anyway. There aren't too many mechanics involved, so it might just be annoying to add too much more to it. I don't know. I'll leave it to them. Now here's something funny. You can actually talk to this guy and he doesn't care at all. And he also won't budge, so we'll just have to become him. Princess Peach has gained some weight, apparently. I never noticed it before, but the two-frame hair flapping is kind of obvious. Flap, flap, flap. I do like the little lighting effect. They must have like drawn that on. I don't think it's an actual shader. You're on thin ice, buddy. We're going to get someone fired. It's a cruel world, but that's how it is. You may remember this room as the place where we got wrecked by Bowser. Or rather, Mario did. There is another post-chapter segment, but I don't think you can actually control Peach in that one, so this really has been the last time. There's Cammy Koopa. Clearly planning something. Of course, you can't hide from a magician or witch or whatever you want to call her. And we didn't even learn any useful information this time. How will we make progress, not knowing what's up next? So we gain another bar and a new power. Timeout is just another stun. It occurs to me that most of the status effects are stuns. Like dizzy and sleep and timed out, those are all stuns when it really comes down to it. Well, I had expected this to be a lot worse, so I'm pretty happy with how all that turned out. Does this guy have any good badges? What is that? Spending FP so you don't have to do the timing. Not sure what I'm supposed to think about that. Let's look at our reserve of items, because I don't think we had to spend that many of them. No. He could definitely do with a few new ones, though. Yeah, so we're just gonna handle some post-chapter stuff here. It may be worthwhile to fight Waka again. Maybe. Oh, of course I need to cook this food. I was about to just run past Tasty. So many menus to get through before you finally cook something. Normally I go through menus to order food. Then again, that is kind of what I'm doing here when you think about it. A few more hot shrooms can't hurt for sure. Unless you burn your mouth on them. So, a few things I want to do. Well, we don't really know what to do in terms of where to go. So, I actually know where to go, obviously, because I've played the game before. But I just want to do a few things while we're at it. So, up here is the Master. The Master is essentially, well, the dojo is a place where you can do some extremely difficult battles and get rewarded, essentially. But I'm going to assume they buffed the battles a bit. I didn't really go for it initially, because there's not really a reward for it. They just give you a diploma, which changes some dialogue. So they are, in essence, difficult versions of existing Mario enemies. So Jan is a buzzy beetle, as you can see. How dishonorable. So he is electric. And he can attack right after getting up. So we just have to pay for it with some damage every time we want to attack him. That's fine, we can defeat him quite easily. I feel like maybe I should have done him earlier, because I'm clearly over leveled for this battle, even if he's more difficult than in the original game. Haha! You also don't get any star points, if my memory serves. Yeah. Yeah, it's just bragging rights. I'm gonna go to the Toad House and fight the second guy, but I'm gonna leave the Master for later. Because even when you're near the end, he's still quite challenging. He has 3 forms. The first one is 50 HP, the second 75, and the third 99. And some ridiculous attacks. And I don't really want to deal with that right now. So we're gonna fight the other guy, and then we're gonna move on to the sewers. Check if we can defeat that blooper now. And then who knows? We may have to reorganize our badges to do that. So the first one is Chan, the second one is Lee. So obviously after Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. He is a Duplighost. We haven't met Duplighosts yet, because they appear in Chapter 7. And he changes into your partners, but usually he would become the partner that you have currently selected, which he isn't right now. It is weird to fight against your own partners. Well, this is interesting. Not sure what to do about this right now. So he's just 3 guys now. Okay. So in the original he's just 1. Oh, that worked out. I should just learn to defend against these guys properly, I think. They always have trouble getting the timing down. He's gonna change it up a bit. Whoa. Excuse me? Fatal error. Well then. That sure was a thing. I'm speechless. Well, maybe we won't fight Lee then. How about that? So, the sewers then. Oh, I should probably sleep at the Toad House actually. And after that we visit the sewers. To hopefully not get wrecked. So I still have some problems to work through with the emulation apparently. That is a shame, because that battle was interesting. So dupli ghosts, when you come across them, they usually transform into the partner you're using right that moment. Which, you know, which allows you to manipulate the situation in a way. Because certain partners are easy to defend against or fight against. But if they just pick and choose whichever one they like, suddenly it's a lot less predictable. So I think that's cool. Now I'm actually interested to see what the master battles will be like. We'll have to find a way to get through that battle without the game crashing, I guess. Let's check our badges real quick and see what will be useful for this particular enemy. See, nothing available. Well, we have no use for Quake in this battle. I've no idea what that does, but if it makes the action command work more, that would be nice. Right, see, we should recall what we turned off. Dizzy attack, which is in the field. I turned that off. And one more thing, which is, I believe, something involving the hammer. Oh, the Quake. Yeah, the Quake. Quake hammer and power Quake. Let's save that setup. Starting with sushi, so we can get that boosted defense. And let's give it a shot. If it still doesn't work, we'll need to get one of those whack-out bumps. There we go. It's a huge blooper. Alright, very good. I still haven't failed that one, so that's something. Yeah, let's just get some damage in now that we have an opportunity. Well, here it comes. Absolutely horrifying. I wonder if this would work. It might be a waste, so I'm gonna make a quick save state. Well, one of them got stunned. I guess I shouldn't go back, that would be cheating. Though I am kind of disappointed. Ah, right, it's this thing. Time to get out of sight and have a sip of coffee. Yeah, if that attack lands, it's just over. Let's get that water block back up. Uh-oh. I keep forgetting that you don't have another opportunity if the, if out of sight was used, because it spends 2 partner turns. Annoying. How to handle this turn? I could focus, maybe. Yeah, let's just refresh. And just take the damage for this turn. Haha, the pretty lucky badge coming in. Ouch. Okay, let's just keep stacking on damage. Because in the end, this is probably just going to be a case of who runs out of HP first. You can't keep this up forever. Oh, come on, again? Thank the stars for that quick change. Oh, the attack missed. Wouldn't it be something if we reached the final turn and I was just barely going to lose? The boss did a charged attack and it missed due to the pretty lucky badge. That would be kind of amazing, wouldn't it? That would be some kind of luck. Yeah, let's just get our stats back up a bit. And that's it for this turn. Can you hear me smashing the keyboard every time I try to defend? Should I play it safe and refresh again? Probably, but... Then again, I need to keep stacking on the damage, but at the same time I can't just... I can't just let all my HP and FP run out. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna play it defensively this time. Bring out Sushi. Let her do some damage. I'm not sure if doing the water block when there's one turn left is such a good idea. It's lost value, but... Then again, it is safe. I wonder if it would work, even. Lucky. I like how he adjusts his cap when he gets a lucky. It's nice. Here we have this thing again. Which means we're going to have to miss out on a water block one turn. Very annoying. But it is what it is. Let's let Mario do his thing first. Oh hey, an attack boost. Thank you. I knew you'd come in handy. That speeds things along a bit. We at least made more progress in this battle than we did last time. The main threat is actually running out of FP when we need to get out of sight, because this attack would still kill me instantly at full health if he got this attack off. It's that strong. Let's refresh and get some of that necessary FP back. We'll just have to tank a few hits next turn. It sucks, but it is what it is. Ouch. Lucky. Man, I'm actually seriously considering keeping the lucky badge on now, because it's helped me so many times in this battle alone. Anyway, let's get our good friend Sushi back out, because that extra defense is vital here. Very good. Oh, okay. He's doing the thing again. I mostly did that for the FP, really. Because we need to get ourselves out of sight again. I would hate it if I killed him and then got defeated by the little guys. But they're not that dangerous, fortunately. Okay, let's hurt him again. Very weak. And very weak. Alright. I could just go full on attack. And I think I will actually. Because I can take him out this turn. Well, Sushi has been the MVP this battle, so I think she deserves the honor of taking the blooper out. Bam. Now I still need to defeat the little guys, but that won't be too much of an issue. Right. The worst idea would be to get cocky here, so I'll just keep the water block up and whittle them down bit by bit. Oh, I almost didn't do the water block there. You spit that water, Sushi. Well, I'm pretty happy with how this went. I say as though it's over, even though it's not. That attack is my favorite because I can completely avoid damage if I defend against it. I wonder if I could get my hands on another defend plus badge. Alright, the first one is going down. No star points, what a ripoff. Let's got ourselves some FP back. I think stuffing my pockets with an item that refills 15 HP but only 5 FP is probably going to hurt me in the long run, so I'll just need to get some stronger FP items. Oh, whoops. Didn't defend properly there. Still playing it safe, that's what got us this far, so I'm not gonna just... I am really looking forward to going into the next chapter though. Like I said, it is my favorite. And I'll probably gush about it at length once we're there. So if you were hoping for an explanation, you'll get it once we arrive. Alright. Get out of here. And that gives us a quick path back to Lava Island, which is very good. There's something I'd like to try, actually. There's a recipe I seem to remember, but we'll do that once we do that. Ah, right. We need Lucky Luster for this one. Now with these enemies, it's good to have Quake type items again, so let's see. This last battle was an eye-opener though, in terms of... Last stand we haven't seen much use out of. Nor power rush. But maybe that's because we haven't had those clutch situations in a while. I don't really need dizzy attack, I don't think. It's cool to stun an enemy on the first turn, but we haven't seen too much use out of it. Let's see. I would like the quake back though. Once we get a good jump, the hammer throw will be pretty useless, I think. Well, except for enemies that are spiked and flying, of course. Oh, right. We need something to actually knock them over with. Whoops. Let's just focus on it real hard. Oh, we even get hit from the side, huh? Whoops. Well, you know what? Let's just leave Bombat here and run away. There. I have avoided the enemies. Now here. Are the Ultra Boots. Gained a new jump, gained more attack power. Huh. We could have gotten that as soon as Lucky Lester joined us. But I just decided to go for the boss. Mostly because that one blooper was in our way. Seems like I can't catch a break with these battles. And it's my own fault, to be fair. We gotta get back to Tone Town and heal before we try to fight again. Got some coins back. Lucky, yay. Am I gonna get hit by every single enemy in this room? Yikes. Now we can check to the right of here soon, but that's actually the path to the next chapter, so let's leave that for a little bit. Let's just sleep in the Toad house here. Nothing like the sound of crashing waves to heal you from a busy day. So, the way to continue the story is, as of yet, hidden to us. So the game expects you to do a certain something when you get stuck. And this is actually a part of the game where they intentionally have you get stuck. It's kind of the point of this segment. You're supposed to think, oh, what now? You're supposed to visit a certain person, which is Merlin. So we'll go visit him just as soon as we try this thing I wanted to try. Oh, whoops. I actually forgot one of the most important ingredients. Love. And cake mix. Mostly cake mix. Too many items. Too many toasters. So if I recall correctly, combining cake mix with a melon yields a Yoshi cookie. I recall it being a cute item and that's why I want it, even though I'm not sure if it's actually that good. We'll just have to find out, won't we? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Yoshi Cookie, 15 HP and 15 FP. That's quite good. That's a lot better than the hot shroom, actually. Let's cook up all our melons in the same way. Let's cook up those melons. Wait, do I have more space now, actually? No. I'm suffering from some short-term memory problems, apparently. I keep instantly forgetting how many items I have. I'm just really terrible at keeping track of that sort of thing. Alright, we'll do one more, and then we'll have 3 Yoshi cookies. 15 HP and 15 FP is actually pretty good. And this next chapter can be brutal if you're not prepared. That's why we love it. So one more and then we're off to the next chapter. I promise. No more dilly-dallying, lollygagging, and other words that imply petty activity. I have no idea. Every time I try to sound really articulate, I end up sounding silly instead. That's just the way of things, I guess. I wonder if they added new recipes. I'm not in the mood to waste my items just for the sake of an experiment for now, but it would be interesting. If they added some new possibilities. Maybe a hustle drink and a shroom gives you a combined heal and extra turn. That would make the turn less of a waste, because you'd have an extra turn next. Because the hustle drink right now is kind of a tough sell, like I explained before. So we're going to Merlin, and looky here, it's a ninja, straight out of Super Mario Bros. 2. Nice to meet you, I come from Starborn Valley. Starborn Valley is in the Shiver region. I keep changing his voice. A chill place far to the north. At the end. Yeah. So, Shiver City. Merle, who hails from there, said that he has something important to tell you, Mario. So again, you'll note that Merlin has a son. That's cool. So this is actually the first area that you have to reach through the sewer. So up until this point in the game, you could have not visited the sewer at all and been fine. But now there's no choice, you have to go there. Look at all those beautiful statistics. 30 out of 30, 30 out of 30. Isn't that just nice to see? Now there is something I thought about which I should actually do as well. I promise no more lollygagging, and I am kind of breaking that promise now, but trust me, it'll be worth it. See, I want to get me a live shroom, maybe 2. I don't think I can afford 2 actually, so I'll just get a live shroom, because that's such a great item. How can I scare you today? Yeah, get out of here, hustle drink. Let's see what we have stored actually. Ah, we still have a Waka's bump. Some pretty good stuff actually, but I will take all of that later. Now we have a live shroom. It's like a safe state, but actually fair and reasonable and part of the game. Yeah, an auto revive is always amazing to have, especially when you're gonna run into enemies with unexpected abilities. There's a really funny mini-boss in the next chapter, and I really wonder if they buffed it. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But for now, let's head straight to where we need to go. The lollygagging is over for real. Wow, that was rude. There will be a toad house in the next village though, so it's fine. No more star points for those guys, darn. How about this guy? A single star point, that's nice. In Paper Mario 2 you get a star point by default if you win a battle. Even if it's worth nothing. So essentially it still has anti-grinding, but you can grind if you really want to. I kind of respect that. Especially in areas like the Pit of 100 trials, where you're gonna have to do a lot of battles you're over-leveled for, especially if you do it after beating the game. It's actually kind of nice of them to have to make sure every battle is still worth something. So all in all, I'm pretty happy about that addition in Paper Mario 2. But I do understand the desire of the developers to prevent you from getting unnecessarily powerful off of easy battles. Right. I've been avoiding battles a bit too much, so I'm just gonna do a few more of them. I doubt these guys are still worth anything, but... Haha! Let's refresh. Might as well make good use out of this turn. Actually, we have a rare opportunity on our hands. Boos, like I mentioned, weren't in the original game, not as enemies, but only as allies, so I'm interested what the title log says. Man, I thought these guys were friendly, but I guess you could say the same about Goombas. Anyway, these guys go invisible and launch sneak attacks from the shadows. I don't think we can scare them off or run away easily. Yep, I'd say we're in for a real fright. Get it? Good one. Good one. And he's out. Keep getting harassed by these ghosts, man. Do you ever get that? You're just strolling through the sewer. These ghosts have to keep coming up to you to scare you. Annoying. Haha. Yeah, that lucky badge is staying on. Of course, luck is the kind of thing that will abandon you when you need it most, but still. I can definitely see the pretty lucky badge saving us out of some jams. I mean, Lord knows I haven't always got the timing down for some of those attacks. Oh, that's an amazing drop. I'm gonna have to... No, don't disappear. Yikes. Man, all my items are good though. Yeah, you can go out, hot shroom. They're pretty easy to get. So up there is the path. I'm just gonna do a very slight little bit of lollygagging. Because there's a path straight back to Toad Town, which will be very convenient if you want to return here. That guy is a creep. He's not that much of a creep. He sells you items for 64 coins a piece. And sometimes it's a great item, sometimes it's absolutely worthless. And that's basically it. But I don't have the money for it now, so... He has a nice beard, though. Let me check on the recording real quick. Yeah, it's still receiving my voice. I think I really increased the latency for some reason. Don't know how that happened, but... There, I think we're fine now. If you've been watching the stream, I'd be interested to know if... Whoa. Like, if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously there's not much of a point, but... I added this kind of extension thing from Streamlabs that is supposed to let you earn points for watching and get like small rewards like sending in a game suggestion and stuff. I know I don't exactly have the audience for something like that yet, but I just wanted to test if it would work. So if you're here, I'd be interested to hear if anything like that is functioning at this time. Very nice. Gotta build those coins back up. Now, can we jump across this? I think we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Notice how an extra instrument gets added as we approach this pipe. It's little details like that, you know. Imagine being a child playing this game and you get into this pipe and you hear this slightly Christmassy instrument getting added. It's just a special chapter like that, and you get here and it's still the sewer, but it's all frozen. Upgrade block just to prepare you for this chapter. Who will I need the most in this chapter? I'm gonna go for What because she's cute. There will be more opportunities to upgrade. Well, welcome to Chapter 7, A Star Spirit on Ice. Let's wait for the Mario theme to kick in, because that's important, I guess. Alright, that's enough. And that's exactly why this is the best chapter. You can probably see my reasoning just at a first glance. The music, the visuals, the penguins. It just wins by default, you know? Is that cool with you? You silly penguin. Anyway, I am half joking when I say the first impression is enough to prove this chapter to be the best. I'll gush about it as the chapter progresses. Because it'll become pretty obvious. I think. You can even get a potato after sleeping here, but there's no need for that. What status, precious? Look at this one, I bet he'll be relevant to the story. He's the city guard, the local law. There's a key in the water here, but that'll also become relevant later. We can't leave town yet. So, we need to go talk to the mayor, it seems. But of course, a mayor of such a friendly town has to be a nice guy, right? There'll be a jolly penguin dude who's all too happy to let us through to the next village. So let's have a chat with him, shall we? Oh, hey, Chuck. It's your cousin, Marvin Barry. Alright, let's do 5 of these while we're at it. Oh yeah, hot tea. Nintendo would definitely call a character that. It's Vanity. Oh, Vanna! And all that. Very good. Very good. This is a good references. Good one, guys. I'm impressed. I am very impressed and amused. Man, we're really, either I'm very lucky or my memory is just pretty good. How many wooden gates do you need to use in Forever Forest? Like I said, 12. Like I said, 14. Wow, I keep doing it on the first try. How is that possible? Well, we haven't seen him very often, so I may do a few more questions. I hope you don't mind if we, because that Lord of the Rings reference was so funny, now I kind of want to see. Yikes. Yeah, I figured. Nice. Okay, I can at least remember some things. I was pretty sure they wouldn't ask that if it was just a generic red toad anyway. So let's do 5 more now that we're here. Yeah, very good. I have such great Paper Mario knowledge. Except I have to keep retrying. But that's our little secret. How many? It's 2 or 3. Pretty sure it's not 4. Nice. Isn't it yellow? Isn't it blue? Of course it's blue. I knew that. Huh. I don't know this one. Completely honest, I didn't know that one. All the other ones I had like an inkling about. Alright, last one. Yeah, I knew that. That's fortunate. I think the dialogue changes slightly depending on who we have out, so I'm gonna grab Sushi. So this is the mayor's wife. Pretty much what you'd expect. A very nice lady, very welcoming. And here's the mayor. Isn't the more pertinent fact here that he's dead, Goombario? Goombario, please. Well, he shouldn't quit his day job to become a forensic scientist, that's all I'm saying. Sorry about that. Right, so... no reply. Mayor Penguin's body doesn't budge an inch. What's this? He has a memo in his hand that says Herringway. Darling, would you like a cup of tea? Oh, dear, you know you'll catch a cold if you sleep there. Mario's like, hey. So, So, you thought this was a very cheerful, Christmassy chapter, but we're going straight into a murder mystery. This combines 2 of the things I really like. Christmassy levels and areas, and murder mystery. Who would have expected this out of a Paper Mario game, huh? It's not the kind of game you'd expect the word murder to feature in. Just flat out dead. Like in Super Paper Mario, right? They start using the term game over a lot to refer to people being dead, but here they're just flat out no fourth wall shenanigans. Nope, he's dead. Clipped his flippers. And of course Mario gets accused because he was here. Very unfortunate. Mario shakes his head. Don't try to play ignorant with me, buddy. I'm a professional. We've got a witness here. Sometimes you gotta shake the tree to see what falls out. Isn't that right, madam? He just shakes his head, like, nope. Mario's the best at giving testimony. Straight as an arrow. So each partner has a unique line for this this situation. I never trained for this. Mario nods. Ah, classic. To prove we're innocent, we'll have to find the true murderer. So what I like, well, what I like is everything, but one thing that's really cool is the atmosphere is completely different now. Note that the Christmassy music has been replaced with a sort of somber version. And no one likes us now. I don't socialize with murderers. Get away from me. So everyone, what used to be a very friendly Christmassy town. You shouldn't trust someone who carries such a huge hammer. So we've been hearing a lot about Herringway and how he writes murder mysteries, so that's pretty suspicious in such a cute little city. So yeah, nobody is nice to us anymore. Well, some of them are pretty helpful. I'm glad not everyone is unreasonable here. And this is terrible. They won't let you leave town. So we're just stuck here now. He doesn't really like having to do this, but you know how it is when the officials tell you to. Am I being too rude? Sorry. Does the shop guy not sell us stuff in this situation? Oh, right, I think he doesn't, yeah. So the super friendly atmosphere is completely turned around, and that's just one of many really cool tricks this chapter has up its sleeve. It's not even halfway done. Toad is fine with us though, he knows we're not killers. You don't look so weird, thanks. That's a great reason to not suspect me of murder. Yeah, the Toads don't care. They wouldn't believe Mario killed anyone. So, Herringway is our most likely suspect, what with the murder mystery writing and the fact that he was closely related to the victim, but we can't seem to find him. He's not in his home anyway. Very odd. The building right next door is locked up too. Very, very strange indeed. I said ... I don't talk to penguin killers. I like how yeah. So we're completely stuck. No going backward, no going forward until we finish solving this mystery. So there's a house right next to our other suspect's house that's locked up, so seems pretty suspicious. Let's shatter this ice with our newfound spin jump. And get that key. There we go. But yeah, all the dialogue in the city changes. Some people are skeptical but not sure. Some people are sure you're the killer. I love it. Let's get down in here. Right, so this gentleman with the eyebrows is Herringway. Why are you in my fireplace? A question I hope to never have to ask. So we'll need to have a chat with Mr. Herringway. As you can see, he's clearly a writer. Lots of discarded ideas. Lots of stuff on the floor. I do love the idea, having your own secret room to just dedicate yourself completely to your craft. Something I respect. Too bad you're a murderer, Herringway. You can deny it, but... well, between truth, doubt and lie, I would pick lie there. Fortunately, he's willing to show up at the scene and testify. We won't have to use any violence. Now we can steal all his book ideas, plagiarize them. But first things first, let's get him convicted for murder first. We don't want him taking any legal action against us. Also, snowmen. You gotta love snowmen. Yep, let's get to the bottom of it, Herringway. You old penguin killer. Penguinkins. Alright. Here we go. Is a message about his death. With his last breath, the mayor told us the murderer's identity. That's such a trite thing, writing down the murderer's name. The murder mysteries I like the most are the murder mysteries where that's fake. Though even it being fake is kind of a cliche at this point. It all makes sense now. No wonder your novels are so exciting and suspenseful. You live out your own plots. Dear man, do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound? You actually think I would do this to the mayor? He's a great friend of mine. Yes, you were good friends. Aha! But that was just a cover so that no one would suspect you of this heinous crime. That's it, isn't it? I solved this crafty mystery. Oh, come on, really. You simple penguin. I would never be so predictable. Besides, I'm completely innocent. I've been working in my house on my new novel for weeks. I didn't have time to sneak over here to kill Mayor Penguin. I'd just like to say that I still think the man with the mustache is the murderer. This penguin murder mystery is getting more intriguing all the time. What's this? Heroes never die. Well, he's back. Well, it was all a red herring, as they say. He just got knocked out. What a plot twist. Man, Paper Mario coming in with a double reversal. They set up a really cute Christmassy city, and then they turn it into a murder mystery with a really dark atmosphere, and back around to a joke. That's why I love this game. So he grabbed... Wow, excuse me. He grabbed a gift for Herringway, but it was too high up on the shelf. He fell over on his big dumb head. and fainted for a while. And that's all that happened. This is all that happened in this case. Incidentally, we heard him talking about buying a souvenir way back in at the party, at Peach's party at the beginning of the game, so that's cool. Foreshadowing! Fortunately, Herringway enjoyed himself, because now he knows exactly what to do when he's going to murder someone for real. Yeah, exactly. A sequel, quote-unquote, to his new novel, quote-unquote. So all you could have expected is true. He's a really nice guy, very friendly mayor person with like one of those beaver hats or whatever you want to call it. And we now have permission to leave town. So, the Christmassy atmosphere returns once again. Those meaty O's, just beautiful. Nothing like little digitized voices wordlessly singing about the joys of Christmas time. Well, that sure was a thing, wasn't it? We can now leave town, and I know that there is a junior Troopa battle waiting for us there. Which means, do I have any coins? Well, I'll just try it with my current setup. In this form, he is a magic wielder, I believe. And he uses powerful magic on you. I have no idea how they changed it in this version, but we will see. But anyway, one of the things I really like about this chapter is how atmospherically diverse it is. That sounds really pretentious, but what I really mean is it just is very creative with the winter theme. So it starts up with the Christmas, then it goes straight into a murder mystery, and now we're in a very lonely wasteland of snow, essentially. And very soon we're going to reach Starborn Valley, which is completely unique in how it uses the wintry atmosphere. And there's way more to it than that. Hey, 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 hey. Brah ha ha ha. Brr, I've been waiting for you, Mario. I've been here forever. I was getting desperate. I thought I was gonna freeze. He has bad taste. Right, what's he gonna do this time? Pretty high defense. Oh, maybe I should have done the block to guard Mario. $10 damage. That's a very strong attack. Let's get that water block up then. Not sure what else he's gonna do beyond the 10 damage. I should have defended there, yikes. Let's have one of those delightful Yoshi cookies. And keep piling on the damage. That's a good thing about having a second character. Like if you only had Mario, you could never win battles like these. I really gotta work on my defense there though, because that was really sloppy. At least this will give us some space to buy new items. Maybe get an extra life room in. Oh, he's gonna make himself transparent. Interesting. I wonder if we can still do status effects on him. Let's try. We have nothing better to do. Go ahead, get timed out. Go sit in a corner. Nope, it doesn't work on a transparent enemy. It didn't even hit him. Let's get an attack buff in for Mario while we're at it, I guess. Okay, better. Let's get a new water block up. All of the buffs. If he's gonna recuperate, then I'm gonna recuperate as well. Junior recuperate. That was a bad pun. I gotta work on my pun game. Yeah, you're gonna stop being transparent yet? You annoying brat. Apparently not. Well, so long as you're gonna be transparent, I'm gonna keep refreshing. I'm not gonna take this lying down. We already have a water block and another buff. Let's see, what else do we have? Does Lucky Lester have another buff we can use? Oh yeah, he can make Mario immune, I think. That's even better. Man, all of the buffs, look at this. Okay, it's just a chance to dodge, apparently. But that's still amazing. Look at all these buffs. I've never had so many buffs in this game. I really love this mod, you know. Just discovering all these new things about the game. Let's focus. We have deep focus on, so should build us up nicely, yeah? I actually have a little plan then. Let's charge Goombario up. Haha! Is he ever gonna run out? I don't think there's any way to debuff him. The only debuff you get is right when you have all the Star Spirits. You get a special move that clears off Bowser's charge, and it works on all charging enemies as well, but it doesn't work here. Well, let's just refresh. I'm sure it'll clear eventually. I think charging was a good idea. In retrospect, it would have been nice to upgrade Goombario. Ooh, he boosts his attack. Well, we'll just have to use Goombario's attack now. Not as great as I would have hoped, but, you know. Next turn, we're gonna throw another water block up. In her case, she's gonna literally throw it up. Okay, that's gross, I'm sorry. Ha! That Cloud 9 is amazing! I don't know why I didn't think Lucky Lester would be useful, he's amazing. That combined with pretty lucky is gonna make this a cinch. And another level. Oh! What amazing luck! Man, that's amazing. So many star points. Clap along with the music. Well, we're going back for BP. Poor Junior Troopa. He can't catch a break. He needs to cool down for a bit. Haha. Let's go sleep. Oh, we don't need to sleep. Because we just leveled up. I'm still gonna save though, because that was too amazing not to save. And I did mention we were gonna buy a few items while we were at it. You can't afford that. Well, story of my life. 2 live shrooms is plenty for now. Let's get another one of these then. Used all our money. Got some great items. Let's head out there. As I recall, the enemies out here are pretty strong. I think he's frozen now, if I recall correctly. I use that term a lot. I shouldn't second guess myself. I should be sure of what I say. But it can pay to be a little bit cautious with your words. But you can also have too much of a good thing. Another letter. I should be delivering those, but I completely forgot. Looky here, it's a set of snowmen. That is a very matter-of-factly description. It is a snowman. Oh, there's another gel there, I think. I'll grab it once I've used an item, because my items are too good right now. Just look at the paper version of Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights, back there. Isn't that just a happy sight? So, I've been wanting to try the fire shell for a while now. Let's do it. Nice! That hurts a lot. Fortunately, I can defend against it. Alright, a normal power shell will finish this. Already halfway towards a new level up again. What I want to do is check out my badges right now. Well, fire definitely isn't relevant here. Maybe I didn't need this as much as I thought I did. Let's do Mega Smash. Just have a super powerful attack to rely on. For those particularly annoying enemies. I know for a fact that the boss of this chapter actually stands on the ground, so... So yeah, the fire attack does more damage against these guys, which is very nice. So yeah, that mini boss I mentioned, we're getting very close to it. Now in a normal playthrough I wouldn't even think about healing up for this. Let's use up the hot shroom and head back for a second. Yeah, we should be able to face most enemies in this state. And get the repel gel, because that item is amazing. It's like out of sight, but it doesn't waste 2 turns. Right, so we're going to meet one of the scariest enemies in the game. I've already told you that it was a joke boss in the original, so that shtick isn't gonna fly, but you'll see. Bwah. Turn back, come no further, turn away or I'll eat you. What do you think? Scary monster, aren't I? You know you want to run. Fight. $20 HP, huh? No boost to defense. Look at this attack, though. No damage. Whoops. That wasn't my intention. I'm just gonna tattle him with Gumbario for fun. So they didn't buff him. They just kept it as a joke. As they should, I guess. This monster, even I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but it looks really terrifying. I get the funny feeling I had a nightmare about it. It must be very powerful, judging by its looks. Yeah, so powerful. Ha! I'm not gonna need this, but I appreciate the effort anyway. 11 damage. Because the monster was actually just a couple of star kids. Just a little prank. Just a prank, bro. And here's Merle, the guy we've been looking for. Merlin's son. So this is another thing I like. This is in stark contrast to the Shiver City, which is a very cheerful kind of perspective on the Christmas season. The Starborn Valley is very calm, very tranquil, kind of melancholy, a bit lonely. I really like the change in atmosphere, but how it still fits the general theme of a winter area. So this is where the Star Kids, and including Twink, who we've seen for a few chapters, were born. Do I have a letter for you? Anyway, let's rest up and regain some of our health and FP. So yeah, we've gone from a cheery Christmas atmosphere to a murder mystery, back to the Christmas atmosphere, to a very barren, cold wasteland, to a very lonely but beautiful little village in the outreaches of the world. This also raises the stakes for the storyline, because you realize that these kids are never gonna be able to go up to Starhaven and fulfill their potential unless you get that Star Rod back. Just generally a big fan of that. I just did something. I hope I didn't just stop the stream by accident or change everything. No, I think it's fine. So Merle is going to tell us exactly what's going on here. Here's a Star Kid hiding by standing sideways, which is something you could do if you were made out of paper. Yeah, just another reason why I love this chapter quite a bit. It's an important job too. I like that Merlin's son is doing something that important, taking care of the Star Kids. I also like that they brought the ninjas back. I wonder what ninjas are based on this. Right, because they played a small role in Super Mario Bros. 2. They were like an enemy in the Subcon world. And here they're helping out with the Star Kids. And they are kind of like star-shaped themselves. So are they stars that decided to stay down here, maybe? Fallen stars? I don't know. Maybe we should ask MatBat if he can do some research on that. They are, when you think about it, they are ninja stars. Is that a pun? I just realized. They're star-shaped ninja, so they're ninja stars. Ha! That's pretty clever. If that was intended. I'm going to guess that it probably was. So, Merle has received news from the Star Spirit, which is being held in the Crystal Palace atop a snowy mountain. If you thought they had run out of cool ideas, ideas for the snow area, you'd be wrong. There's much more to go. So, we've got a scarf. Very interesting. The mayor of Crystal City also has one of these items that are needed to somehow enter the sacred mountain. Even walls may lie, indeed. The Crystal Palace is a very deceptive place. We'll see exactly why. Next to being very cheery or being a murder mystery, or for that matter being very tranquil, this chapter can also be pretty scary. The Crystal Palace I actually thought was pretty scary when I was a kid. You'll discover why. I keep foreshadowing things. I shouldn't be building it up too much. But needless to say, the Crystal Palace is my personal favorite dungeon. It feels like it has a lot of great ideas and doesn't waste a lot of your time. Like, the Koopa Bros Fortress is cool, but it feels like there's a lot of running around in that, you know. That's not to say it isn't a great dungeon, because everything in this game is great, but... Well, now that we have the opportunity to take this guy out, we should, I guess. Not as good as I hoped. They can freeze you if you're not careful, but my feeling fine badge should prevent that. So we'll need to go back to the mayor of Shiver City and ask him about an item passed down through his family. We already have the scarf, but what else do we need? Oh right, these guys. We've seen them before. They're Gulpits. He licked me. Absolutely disgusting. Let's see how much we can do with Mega Smash, shall we? 10 damage, not bad at all. Also, can we just take a look at how goofy these guys are? With their big lower jaw and their... Really? Is that really necessary? Well, then I'm just gonna run away. How about that? We escaped. Something about those snowmen, huh? Something might occur to you. They have really weird noses. That's weird. I believe there may be enemies in here as well. Excluding him. Or do they get added after you finish the chapter? I don't recall. Apparently it's after. That's actually kind of fortunate, if I'm being honest. Well, let's go talk to the mayor and see what he knows about this treasure passed down through his family. I hope we don't have to do some kind of annoying side quest for it. Also, eating ice cream in a snowy, wintry area. How bold. Or should I say, how cold. But no, there's no annoying side quest, he just hands it over. Because this chapter is just like that, doesn't like to waste your time. So, we have a bucket and a scarf. Yeah, so they're really piling on the emotional charge here, which I appreciate. A lot of people, when they look back on Paper Mario, as opposed to Paper Mario 2, they'll think that, well, Paper Mario is just a cutesy story, right? It's just, it's nice, but it kind of lacks that drama. And to an extent, that's fair. Paper Mario 2 definitely piles on the drama a lot thicker. But we can't go and pretend that Paper Mario 1 didn't have high stakes either. I mean, Bowser isn't that scary of a villain, but he's doing some things that he doesn't properly understand the consequences of. Like he's robbing these Star Kids of their future and Mushroom Kingdom of their wishes. Pretty serious situation, really. So that's another thing I appreciate about this chapter. Just raises the stakes all around. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Right, so like I said, they have a pretty distinct nose, huh? But also they need those items we got, obviously. A cool bucket hat, thank you. A warm scarf, thank you. What a kind man you are, we thank you. As a reward for your kindness, we shall tell you our secret. They're actually made of lead and they are quite heavy. And thus opens the door to the crystal palace. Well, first we're gonna have to climb the mountain, but you know. Please pass through here with many thanks and blessings from the snowman. That's just another one of those really sweet moments. Can only move to the next area in this Christmassy place by giving them a gift. Remember there being some secret blocks here containing some good stuff. Get bombed on. Ba-boom. Oh hey, nice. The attack buff. Very good. Haha, nice try. I like the little sweat drops that come off him as he kinda shuffles back in place. Like, well, that didn't go so well. I hope nobody saw that. I've said it before a million times and I'll keep saying it. There's so much charm to this game. And this is a very cool tune. So that was actually not an intentional pun, but I'll take it. No first strike, but that's fine. Right, let's get that fire shell in. Come on, yeah. Burn in the flames of pandemonium. Or something like that. Alright, that's 2 down. Please don't. Ow. 12 damage. Since we haven't got too many new badges, I think we're just going to go for HP again next time. Because things are getting a bit scary out here with the attack power of these common enemies in this area being 12. That's just a little bit crazy. Ah, very nice. This is a setup I like to see. That was Cooper's moment and he delivered beautifully. And there you have it. Back to HP. Bring Bot back out for a moment. For that hidden block that I can't seem to find. Oh, there it is. Hidden above an actual block. So clever. It's the Ultra Shroom. What do we throw out? What's the least valuable thing we have? Ah, Thunder Rage is the least valuable thing. Right, we're getting out into the open air. By the way, I completely forgot to do the regular update about what we're doing here. So, for those of you unaware, this is Paper Mario Pro Mode. Paper Mario Pro Mode is a mod of the original Paper Mario, changing things up to make them more difficult. What's this? This is weird. Everyone is confused. What's wrong with my eyes? You look just like me. Listen, moron. Mario. Gee, I wonder who is the real one. It must have been luck. No one has instincts that good. Yeah, your acting just wasn't good, mate. So, this is the first time I've encountered a Dupli Ghost in the wild, so to speak. Very high HP for this point in the game. They can copy your minions, I was about to say. They can copy your partners. And also just attack. Let's get this guy out of here. Hop, hop, hop. Another upgrade block. Let's see. Only 2 guys left to upgrade. I'm gonna go with Lackluster first because I realized that Cloud 9 is a rather great move when you use it properly. Koops in the second game actually has a move that just guards you from damage completely for a few attacks, which is also pretty good. So we have Snow Clubbas here. Ba-boom. Or White Clubba, as is the real name apparently. Not gonna happen. I doubt we're gonna level up a whole level before we get to the end of this, but still. If you grab these items, a door will fall down and you'll have to place something else in there. I really don't see any point to doing this right now. Ah, here's the shrine that Merle told us about. And of course, the wall is fake. He did mention that you can't trust your eyes here, which is absolutely true. Also, we can't see her dialogue. Thanks, Project 64. Well, there's nothing to be done. I guess I could mess with the settings, but she's just saying, oh, I'm old. I'm an ancestor of the Merlin guys. Mario is going to fall asleep. Yeah, even the game doesn't think it's very interesting. But in the end, the point is she wasn't trusted this little thing, which we need to use to get into the Crystal Palace. Bye-bye. That's right, get out of here. Go rest in peace or something. Very good, and now we can place the Starstone. Man, I always remember these things as being harder than they are. Like the first time I had trouble figuring out that I needed to walk through that wall. Being a Dutch kid with very little skill in reading or speaking English. Those were the days. Games had such an air of mystery. I won't deny I'm very nostalgic for this game. But I also think there's a lot to be said as it being an objectively good RPG. And game in general. Haha! You were all outsmarted by me. Destroying a full group of enemies with just a few attacks. Nothing quite like it. Just a matter of having the right badges and skills and applying them properly. And there's Mega Jump to complement our Mega Smash. Let's drop down. Ah, that was dumb. I shouldn't have dropped down quite in that direction. Small mistake. Very nice, that's what we were looking for. I'm guessing once we are going to assault Bowser's castle, we'll need to really add to our arsenal of badges. I might even have to grind off stream a bit just to get a good tactic down, because that place can be brutal. It's even brutal in the original game without the mod here. So in an instant, it's immediately obvious what kind of place this is. It's a place with mirrors. And just take a moment to listen to this music. I'm just gonna turn up the audio a bit. Yeah, the atmosphere of this place really impressed me back in the day. Yeah, this place's gimmick is that there is a mirror. And there's absolutely nothing remarkable about it. Trust me. Whoops. So yeah, it's suddenly very dark. That's a very gloomy, lonely and scary atmosphere. Completely different to how the rest of the area was up until now. And I really like this change in atmosphere. Like, we've had a reversal of the atmosphere with the fake murder case, but that was just a bit of a joke. But now things are actually getting quite serious. Also, my voice is dying. Sorry if I have longer moments of quiet. It's still something I gotta get used to, this whole streaming business, but I really appreciate the people who are along for the ride. It's been great. I really do enjoy it. Anyway, we have been streaming for quite a while, so I will need to cut this short eventually. See, we've been going for 2 hours. Now, you'll notice something weird. Is that a glitch? Why is the wall not broken on the other side? Maybe this mirror isn't quite what it seems. And you'll see one bit here is just a bit discolored, shall we say. And that's because you can walk right through it. There was no mirror. This is a window. Which begs the question, who were those guys on the other side? Well, we've just met them. Yikes, Mario's here! Whoa, we'd better beat him. Yeah, so if the little foreshadowing with the duplicate ghosts we faced earlier and the the mirror we saw wasn't enough. We've now found an area that has a completely deceptive mirror. Get out of here. I do love the little sound effect they make when they fly at you. Let's get Cooper out here. And there we go, they're out. No, the real Mario is so strong. Yeah, you can try to look like him, but you won't ever be him. An imitation is always just that, an imitation. What's in here? Something I can't carry and shouldn't have picked up. Ah well. Let's check the beginning a bit, because what would happen if we would leave this area, right? Since we know this is a window and not a mirror, what's here? Well, for those who decided to sate their curiosity, there is a star piece waiting for you. Because Paper Mario rewards exploration and experimentation. In any case, it's time for me to cut this stream short. It's a shame, because this area is very cool, very interesting. But I've decided to give you a quick peek into it. We haven't seen too many changes yet, if you're a Paper Mario veteran just looking to see what's new in the Pro mode. But I'm sure we're going to find a lot more interesting stuff soon. I mean, this chapter in general, Junior Troopa was probably the highlight in terms of changes. But for the rest, it's just been good old Chapter 7, as great as it always was. Anyway, so that's it. So, first off, I want to thank everyone who has been either watching the streams on Twitch or following them on YouTube. It's been really great streaming this game. It's been a while since I've been able to just consistently get to do something like streaming. I'm just trying to find a place for this channel, and the art streams are kind of on hiatus, so it's been great trying to find a good place for this, a good structure for this particular channel. So I want to thank everyone for joining up with me, and with that I would like to wish you a very, very good day or night, and I will see you hopefully on the next stream, be it on Twitch or YouTube. See you later, everyone.